interesting because this decides the number 1 seed right here for the AFC. Dolphins are traveling to the Ravens. Ravens are kind of on a high after beating the Super Bowl. Beating the Niners. Miami is just a very injured team right now. You got Jalen Waddle with the high ankle sprain. Their starting center, ever since their starting center has been out, it's been rough for that offense. Defense has looked good, but it's more so just, are they going to be able to contain Lamar? You got Bradley Chubb coming off the edge, but even then, there's been times where his emotion has caused game. Exhibit A, the Titans game, got him out of field goal range, threw his helmet out of frustration because he didn't get the sack, which is understandable, but that cost you a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down. And now they're on the 20-yard line. They're basically in the red zone now at this point. Man, this is interesting, but Dolphins are just too banged up right now. They haven't gotten any mojo right ever since their starting center went out against the Titans. Tyreek Hill has not looked the same since his ankle injury. Now you got Jalen Waddle with his high ankle. Are we really going to have Braxton Berrios be our wide receiver 2 over here?
Yes.
Yes. Revamped legend. Mostert's apparently a little bit banged up. He should be playing. A-Chain's banged up. He hasn't been right since his injury way back when. The only thing that the Dolphins have got going for them is they just have to hope and pray that the Ravens are still on a high after beating the Niners. I mean, but other than that, I gotta go with the Ravens here, unfortunately. Sorry, Dad.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and give me the Ravens on this one. I mean, you pretty much beat that horse dead with all the injuries that the Dolphins have. Tyreek Hill starting to slow down a little bit. And the one thing I will give Tua, if you look at the advanced stats, he is one of the best quarterbacks with pressure in his face. And he's going to deal with a lot of that. But he hasn't been overwhelmed like he is going to be in this game, though. It's going to be a little different. So I wonder if those advanced stats are going to carry over against the Ravens.
It's at Baltimore, too. That's another thing.
I mean, Baltimore's not that scary of a place to play, though.
No, but
they've never been known as like, even I grew up in Baltimore. We've never been like, oh, God, they're coming to Baltimore. You got to be scared.
No, and I'm not saying Baltimore's a scary place. However, you do know about the sideline in Miami. It's in the sun, so... versus the away team's in the sun, home team is in the shade. I've been to that stadium. I've seen it. I can confirm that is true. So even though the fan base is not that great, it looks like a normal Miami Hurricane game over there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that basically heated sideline for the away team still means something. So that is a factor you are taking away from it being in Baltimore.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder what Kyle Hamilton's status is going to be like. I just gotta say this too, man. For the people that thought that he was not going to be every bit of generational,
he should have been the pick at 13.
I'm not a Picasso.
Philly, I'm just saying.
Just put it like that.
That was my pick.
Never trust someone with 2 first names. Never.
No.
Man,
make bad decisions.
Mr. Gary, if you're watching, I guess he does have a friend to be a good safety.
I'm about to say, never trust a man who says that a dude who is 6'4", what was it, 6'4", 250 is too short,
too big.
Yeah, he doesn't have the frame to play safety. They're gonna slide him at linebacker. Remember they were talking about that before the draft. Maybe he might be a good linebacker in the league. Imagine him and Roquan Smith and Patrick Queen as linebackers, bro. Stop. It wouldn't even be fair. They'd just be so damn fast. You can't run the ball against them.
I'm not running the ball, dog. I'm not running the ball.
Just take all the run plays out. Give him to Andy Reid. He'll eat all the run plays.
I'll say feed AJ Brown again.
But yeah, give me the Ravens. I think it'll be close at first. I think it'll be a little bit of a chess match. Then after that, just kind of like what Lamar did in the second half of the game, he gonna start finding his little feats. And I think Zay Flowers is really gonna prove to people in this game that I think Tyreek Hill. I think he said Tyreek Hill is one of his idols too. And he's gonna prove it in this game and why he can be like a little mini Tyreek Hill. I ain't gonna say he's gonna be that fast, but I mean you got to have the hands too. but he's gonna go out there and he's gonna prove it. Why he's really good. The best mentor for him, and I know we say what we say about Odell Beckham Jr., but that's the best guy there for him. As far as like trying to be a talent and to learn how to be a really good receiver, Odell was known as one of those ones, man. He was known as one of those ones.
Yeah.
And he's been, I heard him in the media and stuff like that. He even kind of taking the backseat in Baltimore. Shout out, Baltimore and Pittsburgh are two of the best organizations when it comes to this stuff, man. I'm telling you. As soon as people start to talk up a little bit, George Pickens, they go out there and they throw him a bone to see if they're really about that life. They don't go and slander him and fine him and all that stuff. They embrace it until it's time for you to be like, all right, you got to shut up now because you ain't did too hot in the last couple of weeks. But Odell's shut up, man. Whatever they got going on is the juice.
Could have been the Packers.
Mm-hmm. Vic, I don't know if you got a different perspective on this game, but me and Sword got the Ravens.
I just want to start off by saying, listen, back in 2006 to 2008, I don't want to go to Baltimore if I'm on the opposite side of the ball. You got Terrell Suggs, Ray Lewis, and my guy in the backfield, Ed Reed. Nah, I'm not trying to get hit by none of them.
Yeah, but that's just in
I'm
general.
not trying.
That's
Haloti not as big as
I wasn't trying to get bit by Terrell Suggs. What you mean?
Yeah, I'm staying far away.
I wouldn't say that was me going to Baltimore. That's just me playing Baltimore. I don't care if I'm at home or away. I ain't trying to mess with those dudes. I ain't running the ball.
Baltimore.
I'm not trying to get bit.
Shout out to Greektown. But
he gonna take my ear.
I kind of
calling out sick. I'm going, coach. I got the flu or something. I can't play.
I can see the way you're saying, but at the same time, like you mentioned before, Kyle Hamilton's injury, that's a big loss. And also with the fact that you mentioned Zay Flowers, very good talent, but we do see some drops. We do see some mistakes from him.
Go check out Sliders. Self-plug.
The one thing I mentioned last week was they didn't use Isaiah Likely as much as I thought they would. No. If they're going to, continue with that, I'm going to slide over with the Dolphins. Although there is a lot of injuries, I think that they understand that the one thing they're going to have to do with the Ravens is something that a lot of people don't want to do is run the ball.
I don't see that out of the realm of possibility of happening. No, I mean, we talk negative about them, but every time we do that against the Dolphins, they come out and put 70 on somebody. So
I'll say it's weird. Every time we've talked negative, they do good. Every time we talk positive, they've just stunk it up.
Mm-hmm.
If you've seen that loss against Tennessee, that was something that they didn't expect. It kind of smacked them in reality. If you've watched Hard Knocks, you've seen how they reacted. So I think that team's going to come together, especially with Duke Riley. Give him credit because, he's been playing his butt off. He's been doing what he can to fill in. I think, he might be a big factor in this game. He's going to have to be. Because with the Ravens, their run game is up in the air. Again, with the receivers, we don't know who really they focus on Flowers, but like I said, is likely going to make an appearance. I think there's too many questions, even though it's at home. I think the Dolphins might, come in here and steal a win.
I mean, it's a possibility. And if the Ravens don't use Isaiah Likely, that's great for the Dolphins. Jerome Baker, go focus on somebody else, please. We need you.
But I will say this, though, and we all said it at the beginning of the season, Todd Monken has transformed Lamar Jackson for the better. He is a benefit to his game. He's been a great help to this team. And listen, he transformed this offense. It looks a whole lot better. And imagine, they don't have their number one receiver in Andrews, and they're still playing good.
No.
Isaiah Likely is going to be the next one.
For the Ravens has been it's past week 12, and Lamar is still playing.
And Monken has done something that no offensive coordinator was able to do. Get the receivers involved in the game. This year, the Ravens receivers have been more involved than the past 3, 4, 5 years.
I hate to say that. He found it. Wait, he went to Boston College? That was a joke. Let me clarify. I know where he went.
Inside. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Exactly.
Pass catching right there at the top. Had him a 22 out of 30, and people lost their mind.
And is what it is. What was the one game where everybody on the Ravens were just dropping and they lost? Yeah,
that was 3 weeks ago.
I thought it was early in the season. I thought it was week 7. Either way, there was a game where every Ravens player, including Flowers, was dropping a lot, and that cost them the game.
How come you have been a 22 out of 30 for catching? Crazy, huh?
How could you?
Damn, bro. Maybe you should watch Sliders next time. I don't know what else to tell you.
Season 2
I had video evidence, but it's college. Okay.
Slider season 2 coming soon.
Michael Pratt season 2.
Ricky Pearsall.
Button. Press the notification bell. You won't miss a thing.
It won't be just Dante this time.
It's gonna be fun.